Hello, my friends. Welcome to this edition of Be Encouraged. Today we're looking at Mark chapter 4 from verse 37 to verse 39. A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the wave, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. There are three things that we noticed about Jesus in this particular text that we want to use as our source of encouragement today. We noticed his posture, we noticed his position, and we noticed his presence. In his posture, the text tells us that he was asleep. And this is something that may bother us, but it is something that is quite familiar to many of us. We feel the storms howling, raging, going and going and going around us, and it seems as though God is asleep. And we ask ourselves, is he asleep when the scriptures say he neither slumbers nor sleeps? But we see the posture of Jesus serving to let us know that we can take courage in this storm, because if the Son of God can take a relaxed position, so should we. The other thing that we noticed about his posture was that he was not only relaxed, he was not only asleep, but he was asleep on a pillow. I wonder how we as people of God might throw ourselves back into the caring arms of God. He says, casting all your cares upon him, for he careth for you. And then we noticed his position. We noticed his position. The scriptures tell us he was in the hinder part of the ship, or in the lower part, or in the back of the ship. He was away from the hub. He was away from all the excitement that was going on. He was standing back and allowing it to go on. And that is how we need to be sometimes. We draw ourselves into all the things that are going on. We draw ourselves into the fray and become frustrated when we really need to allow it to go on, because God is in control. But he was also laying down. He was always laying down. He was in this position that seemed as though he was vulnerable, and we ought to be vulnerable in the hand of God. And then we noticed his position. He was in his presence. Though the storm was raging, though the storm was pressing against the ship, he did not panic. He did not panic, even though the disciples were panicking. Through the storm, through panic, he was present. He was present. And the moment that the disciples acknowledged his presence, that changed the game. May I encourage you today to take note of Jesus's posture. He is relaxed while all of the things are going on, and it is not wrong for him to be relaxed. Notice his position. He may be standing back and allowing things to go on, but also note his presence. The Lord your God is with you. And it says, I have loved you with an everlasting love, and with loving kindness have I drawn you. Be encouraged today. The Lord, the master of the seas, of the winds and the waves, is with you.